Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and others who shall remain nameless. I think you know who you are. Yeah. I want to talk briefly about a phenomenon called at will employment. Pardon me. What is at will employment? Well, it's basically you're hired, but you don't get a schedule. Instead, you're told we'll call you when we want you to come in. And so you wait for the call, and when you get the call, it's usually, yeah, come in 15 minutes. And it's a very cruel form of employment, a cruel employment condition, deliberately so. And this is why it's most prevalent in America's red-lined neighborhoods. Now, I'm sure that you don't need to have redlined explained to you. It's a polite euphemism for ghettoized. Neighborhoods where people with a healthy degree of melanin are kept, so that the melanin deficient don't have to look at them. Yeah. Yeah, it's an American phenomenon, and it's a horrifying phenomenon when you think about it, because you have all these black men with cell phones that they're still making payments on, staring into their phones all day, waiting to be called in to begin a shift, jostling with one another, hoping and praying that they will get the phone call that says, come on in. Your shift starts in 15 minutes. Now, they don't get these phones for free, contrary to the claims of certain Fox News commentators, Tucker Carlson, Matt Walsh. Yeah, sorry about that. Something nasty was in my throat. I'm sorry. Yeah, Fox News. Yeah. But these commentators insist that these cell phones were given to them by Barack Obama or Joe Biden. No, they weren't. They were bought, and they're still being paid for. And it's a condition of their employment that they use only that cell phone, and they have to pay for it. So that's taken out of their wages, and they're already grossly underpaid, and they're waiting to begin their shift. Yeah. Imagine, if you will, being hired but not having a schedule, not knowing when you're supposed to come into work, and being given a cell phone and told, yeah, we're going to garnish half your wages to pay for this cell phone, but this cell phone is how we contact you to tell you that we want you to come in. They're not standing in those parking lots making drug deals. They're not standing in those parking lots committing crimes or plotting to commit crimes. They're standing in those parking lots waiting to be called into work, waiting to begin a shift because they don't have a schedule. At-will employment is something that is done to Black Americans, and it is done to them specifically to prevent them from forming unions. It's kind of chilly out here. I'm going to go in a minute. But before I go in, I just want to say this. If you're working in a shop that can be unionized, and it's not unionized, and management is telling you that you don't need a union, you need a union. You need a union. And if you are Black, living in an urban American setting, in a red-lined neighborhood, you need a union. You need a registered union to protect you from the exploitation that is at-will employment. But if you're a Black person living in America, you already know this. And I truly wish you the best and hope that you get your unions and hope that you get better neighborhoods, better zoning, and a general change in governmental policy, which is currently massively stacked against you. And yes, it is unfair, unjust, unethical, and immoral, but capitalist democracy rests firmly on a foundation of racism. It always has. So what can we really expect? Anyways, at-will employment hasn't yet come to Canada, but that doesn't mean that the Conservatives are not desperately looking for a way to bring it in. And if they find a way, they'll bring it in. Anywho, take care, be well, stay safe. If you are a black person in America living under at-will employment in a red-lined neighborhood with white police cruising the parking lots where you stand waiting to be called in for work, please stay safe. Congregate in large numbers with plenty of witnesses. Plenty of witnesses, please. And if you're a white suburban American and you see large numbers of black Americans in parking lots staring into their cell phones, don't dial 911 and say, "I think it's a conspiracy." Don't do that. Just look the other way and allow these people to wait for their shift at work. Please. Thank you.